Pride of Higara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Hello everyone. Hello. This is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard the Starship Norma Prize for another episode of Homeworld Cataclysym Hardcore Testing Series. And today we are going to be testing out the Beast Heavy Cruiser. And one thing I've never really noticed how terrifying the ambient sound is when it comes to the Beast Heavy Cruiser compared to the Titan Heavy Cruiser. Very, very interesting. Anyways, so there's a couple things I'm going to be changing with the Beast in my mod. The first thing is I wanted to make something very unique for the Beast that has never really been done. I gave them a high in-combat regeneration rate, and they don't have a out-of-combat regeneration rate. And the reason why I did this is because personally I think since they are a virus, they are a very smart virus, but they are a virus nonetheless. I would assume that they would go 100% all out when in combat, and they kind of just idle when there's no threats around. So that's why I made it to where when they're in combat they can regenerate very quickly, and when they're out of combat they can't regenerate at all. This means that as you play the Beast, you would have to rely on infecting workers to repair your ships if you are not in combat. But if you are in combat, you have the capability of keeping your guys alive, and if you're in combat against a small strike group, you can use that as an advantage to heal your ships. And me and a buddy have been talking back and forth about this for a couple weeks as I've been developing this mod. He personally thinks this is a really bad idea. I personally really like it because it makes this faction very unique compared to the rest of them. So I'm kind of curious what you guys think about that. But anyways, another difference I've made the Beast Heavy Cruiser have the same amount of health as the Titan Heavy Cruiser. And part of that is just because of the fact they have the regeneration, what I call the regenerating armor, when they're in combat, as their extra amount of health they would have for having all the biomass and everything on their ships. And also, if you notice, their damage on their ions are a lot weaker. This is, again, is a misconception because I'm going to be using these heavy cruisers, or the Beast. Their Beast ion technology is going to be very quick compared to the rest of the other technology. I have them set to where their beams last for 3 seconds and they recharge every 1 second. So the beam length is 4 seconds, they launch for 3 seconds, and then they're off for 1 second, giving them a DPS of about 190 when set to 17 damage. So they have more DPS than the Kushan and Titan, but they have less than the Tyrannograders. Tyrannograders still have the best because of their fast speed when it comes to their ions. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and do this 1v1. Now, the Beast should totally win this because of their regeneration rate and the fact that their ions do more damage. But let's go ahead and check them out compared to the Titan version. So as you can see, the Beast recharged their ions very quickly compared to the Titan. Now their projectiles are the same as the Titan Heavy Cruiser. I've just only adjusted the ions. But also, as you can see, as they're in combat, the regeneration rate automatically starts healing their ships. This is going to be something that's going to make it to where you need a decent sized fleet in order to fight off the Beast, which I would say in the campaign and in multiplayer as well. To me, this makes a lot of sense. This makes the Beast much more difficult and much more threatening. So we're currently at 90% on the Beast Heavy Cruiser, and we're 87 on the Titan Heavy Cruiser. Not bad at all. I'm really curious to see how the group battle is going to go. But because of this, the the Beast Heavy Cruiser is going to be more expensive than the Titan Heavy Cruiser, and it's going to take longer to construct as well, and probably require more SU units than the traditional Titan Heavy Cruiser. And all the SU units and everything, I think I've gotten that balanced out, but we're going to take an entire video going through all of those when we get to the point where I show off the motherships of each faction. So let's go ahead and fast forward to 60%.
We now have more resources.
Whoops, forgot to turn off resource injections. Get to hear the beast complain for a while. Anyways, we're down to 58% on the Titan Heavy Cruiser, so its attack speed is going down a little bit more. You're just getting nailed by the Kushan, or the Titan Heavy Cruiser's ions. They still have a very fast attack speed. And now, as the Titan Heavy Cruiser loses more and more of its attack speed, the survivability of the Beast Heavy Cruiser will continue to rise because of its in-combat regen. It probably won't be able to regenerate its health, but it will be able to stabilize its health to survive the counter with a decent amount of health available. So we're currently at 65% right now. And now we're down to 64 because the Titan used its ions. It's the Titan down to 46%. So this is going to give the Beast a huge advantage when severely weakened. Because, again, they're not going to lose a whole lot of attack speed because their attack speed of their beams are already very high. And they have the in-combat regeneration rate. So this is going to be tough to balance out. I'm going to need to do a lot of testing to make sure that this isn't like too OP, but still has the survivability that it would need if it was doing like a one-on-one engagement, which I would imagine the Beast would most likely be doing because it knows it can win those type of battles. Let's see, we're at 60%, and this is now at 40%. So the Titan Heavy Cruiser is definitely losing some damage. And the Titan Heavy, or the Beast Heavy Cruiser is still at 60%. So it's definitely surviving. Let's wait until the Titan Heavy Cruiser gets down to 20%. Now this is also not counting the fact that the Beast Infection Beam I buffed up to be 2.5 times more powerful on the Beast Heavy Cruiser to counter, or to include the amount of health that everything has, since everything has more health in my mod. The carriers are going to have 3 times the damage they used to have. The Beast Mothership will have 4 times the amount of damage it's supposed to have on its Beast Infect weapon, and the processors will have 1.5 times. So every type of vessel will have a different value of how much damage they can do with their Beast Infect weapon against super capitals. Titan Heavy Cruiser's down to 11% health. The Beast Heavy Cruiser's at 51. The Titan Heavy Cruiser's attack speed's gotten down to the point where it's not really doing any extra damage. In fact, I think we're starting to regen health. Yeah, we're up to 52% now. So regenning health faster than the Titan can do damage. Just about. The beams hit, it drops by like 2% because those beams just do so much damage. But by the time they launch again, we're able to regen more health than it can do. Or than it can do against the Beast Heavy Cruiser. So not bad. Again, this will probably have to be balanced out a little bit more. I need to do a lot more testing to figure out how much I want to do this.
Destroyed.
But now that that ship is destroyed, the Beast Heavy Cruiser has gone idle, and now it's no longer regenerating health. Fantastic, so that's working the way it's supposed to. But the Beast Heavy Cruiser won that at a 50% advantage. Okay, Let's grab everything else, and I think we have them all right here. Yeah, we sure do. Let me grab all these guys, put them in a group, and we'll get ready for the group battle. This is the one I'm most curious about. I'm curious if the Titan heavy cruisers can at least kill a couple before the beast heavy cruisers kill it. There is a possibility I may have to do a little bit nerfing with these guys, but again, that's what testing is all about. Alright, we got 15 beast heavy cruisers here. We have the one that was in our testing area that's at 50% health. And let's see how much damage they can do against the Titan. Here we go. Titan, 14 Titan heavy cruisers versus 15 beast heavy cruisers.
Setting yourselves to prove.
Ooh. I think they might be focusing fire. Well, the beast heavy cruisers should be regenerating their health. So if they're not being focused on, they're not really going to be taking a whole lot of damage. I believe I have the beast heavy cruiser set to regenerate 75 health every 0.5 seconds at the moment. We'll see how well they work in combat. I may have to reduce that to like maybe 60, 65, but this will give them an advantage in early game until you can get the ability to either get repair bots, because apparently the beasts do have the ability to use repair bots if you infect something with repair bots on them. Or to get repair ability from the workers.
Selves have been hurt by useful selected.
Alright, that's an interesting saying. And so it looks like... Ooh, this beast heavy cruiser is being concentrated on. He's taking a bunch of damage, but he's also being hit by his weak spot. Oh, that's also something else I've adjusted. So, like my previous mod, the weak spots on the heavy cruisers or any super capital is, I believe you take 100% damage on top and bottom, 125 damage on the left and right, and 175 damage in the rear, and you take 20% less damage in the front. So like this one is taking a bunch of damage because he's being hit on the bottom instead of in the front. So I also have to keep that in mind too.
Selves have been hurt by useful. First, souls
The Titan. The Titan are looking pretty good so far. This guy down here is taking a decent amount of damage.
Group selected.
This beast heavy cruiser here is the only one that's really been taking a lot of damage, so he might actually die. Some of them are taking enough damage to get through the regenerative hole. Most of them back here that are still like close to 100% have been slowly regenerating. But as you can see, only the ones that are really being concentrated on have actually been taking damage. I like this. I really like this. This gives a very unique playthrough or playstyle for the beast. This one's taking enough damage where he's starting to flame. Group selves have been hurt by usefuls. I love the beast lines in Cataclysm. I will say I enjoyed playing the beast for that reason. And for the Titan side, we have one down here that's taking a decent amount of damage. This one's getting close to dying. But the one that's getting closest to dying the most is this guy right here. He's actually getting close to actually dying. We have two heavy cruisers up here focusing on that guy. It's nice.
Selves group selected.
2 selves group selected.
Group selves have been hurt by useful.
And Titan heavy cruiser here is getting close to dying. He's on fire and in the red. His DPS has dropped dramatically. And we are about to lose a beast heavy cruiser. And it is dead. So 1 beast heavy cruiser has been killed. As long as the Titan focus fire, they'll be able to take these guys down. But if they start not doing focus fire, then they won't be able to win, because the regeneration rate of the beast while in combat will overcome the amount of damage they take. But this guy is definitely taking a decent amount of damage.
2 group selves have been hurt by useful.
There are 3 beast heavy cruisers that are currently in the yellow. Well, there's another one that's actually taking a decent amount of damage too.
First selves group
We're about to lose a Titan heavy cruiser here. There he goes.
commandeered ship destroyed.
Curious what the beast is going to start focusing on now. It looks like they're focusing on this guy. And on the beast side, we have 2 of them on, actually 3 of them on fire. This guy, nope, never mind. He's being hit by a couple ions, so he's not regenning.
First group selves have been hurt by useful.
Group selves have been hurt by useful. The Titan or the beast lines are always so funny. I love them. Okay, so we got, looks like 3 Titan heavy cruisers in the yellow, 1 in the red. Not bad. A lot of the other ones have been taking a decent amount of damage, but as you can see, since they don't have any regen, unlike the beast, their damage is slowly knocking them out. Where the beast, a lot of these beast heavy cruisers are still fully healed because their regen rate is regenerating faster than the amount of secondary fire that the Titan can do. I like this. I really like this. This definitely means that if you see a beast heavy cruiser, you have to focus fire on it. Because the longer the battle goes, the more regeneration the beast can do. Which means that they may have advantage near the end. There are 2 focusing fire on this beast heavy cruiser right here. I don't know, I actually really like this. This is really cool and really unique. A lot of the beast heavy cruisers down here are basically fully healed. Because they've been taking a little bit of secondary fire, but since they have that regen, they've been keeping themselves alive. This one here is getting close to dying. Now, I am planning to try to get the beast to have a infected Titan Titan destroyer as their destroyer class vessel. At the moment, I don't really know how to make a infected model because I don't know anything about 3D modeling. So I might just set it up to where it's a Titan, where it's just a Titan destroyer, and try to figure out how to make it buildable. So that is something that might be happening here soon. But it looks like we lost a Titan heavy cruiser. A lot of the Titan heavy cruisers are really getting damaged now. which means they're losing DPS, which is giving more of an advantage on the beast side. Hopefully they can kill this beast heavy cruiser soon. It's very weak. It looks like right now there are like 4 ships that are being concentrated on by the heavy cruisers. One %. Oh my. It's a, come on. 1%. This beast heavy cruiser is almost dead. It's regenerating. It's down to 2,000 health. It's down to 0%. 500 health. 400. There it goes. Alright. So we've lost 5 Titan heavy cruisers, but we killed 2 beast heavy cruisers. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. And there's 3 heavy cruisers that are severely damaged. But I don't think we're going to be able to kill anymore. Nope. This one is being hit by a lot of the heavy cruiser, Titan heavy cruiser beams. But it's slowly trying to regenerate itself. I don't know. I think I really like this mechanic. This is really cool. Oh boy. A lot of the Titan heavy cruisers are severely damaged. They're not going to be able to put out enough DPS to kill another heavy cruiser. What the? What are you doing here, third party? Yeah, attack the beast. Do it. Help me. Beasts need any kind of like damage they can take. Alright. Well, it looks like the AI computer found our battle and they're trying to join in on it. That's amazing. Why a group of acolytes to fight a heavy cruiser? I mean, it's just mission 1 all over again, so that one's beast infected instead of just a Titan heavy cruiser. It's amazing. And don't worry, that mission, or that battle you see in the mission 1 is going to be much larger. I'm definitely planning to expand that out more. But that's down the line. We gotta get multiplayer balance first. Oh my god, so many heavy cruisers are so crippled. We're doing like no DPS. Like this guy over here is actually healing. He's been regenerating his health because he's not taking enough damage to fight through the regeneration. The beast? The beasts scare me. That's all I gotta say. We have 8 Titan heavy cruisers. We have literally 5 of them with like less than 10% health. 2 of them are in the yellow, 1's on fire. This is the only heavy cruiser here that's like has a decent amount of DPS because it still has over 50% health. Yeah, he's regenerating health. Wow, just like the beast. Just slowly cripple them, and then just wipe them out one by one, causing a chain reaction. Oh boy. I do still like the fact that there's like these guys down here trying to kill these heavy cruisers. Amazing. Alright, we got 3 ships left. And they're all like dying quickly. But I don't think we're doing enough damage to kill another enemy beast heavy cruiser. Like, this guy's regenerating a lot of health. He's almost up to 50%. I think I'd like the regen speed for a ship with this much health. This seems pretty good.
Commandeer ship.
Let's see, we're at 47% health. Yeah, it takes about, I would say 20 seconds. 20 seconds to regen 1%. Boys, just kill the interlopers. But yeah, we only killed 2 of the Beast Heavy Cruisers, and then as you can see, as the DPS of the Titan slowly diminished, the Beast Heavy Cruisers were able to start overwhelming them because they were able to regen faster and then they were able to take damage. And now we're just gonna annihilate a bunch of acolytes. Because why not? So yeah, every beast ship is going to have this implemented, where they're going to have an in-combat regeneration rate, which will allow them to stay in combat longer than they normally would. But because of that, they're not going to have any out-of-combat regen. So fighters and corvettes will have to dock to get repaired. They can also be repaired by workers. I believe that's something you can actually do in this one. Workers will be buffed up to have a higher repair speed than vanilla. I think I'm setting it to 85 per second, which I think in vanilla is 55 per second. Mainly because in my original mod, the support frigates I think had 150, and I think repair corvettes had like 65, I think. So I think 85 is a good compromise. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting thing to play around with and see how well we can balance this out. But yeah, that's it for this. Beast obviously won this battle. I didn't even use the infection beams because we don't have it researched yet, because I start these recordings with no research done whatsoever, so that we can see how they are at their very bare bones, and then we can modify their upgrades from there. But yeah, armor regeneration, more powerful ions, and a beast infect weapon that does 3 times more damage. No, 2.5 times more damage. Yeah, 2.5 times more damage than the original. Yeah, these guys are going to be powerful. They're definitely going to be very, very deadly in my mod. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like. If you like what I do, consider subscribing, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Until then, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Thaker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.